This is my father's hope chest. Inside are collectibles. My dad made the hope chest when he was in prison, and he gave it to me. Inside, I have a collection of collectibles. To the left here, I have my grandmother's plaque, my paternal grandmother. The plaque says, "I am the resurrection of life. He that believeth in me shall never die." And that's my grandmother and grandfather on my father's side. She adored my dad, even though he was in prison. She would send him money. He was a wayward boy. And unfortunately, he met my mother. And the same way my mother destroyed me, she had destroyed my father. But she had it all turned around. She said it was my dad who was destroying everything. And she ruined him by using the word. It's that easy, to ruin somebody. But this hope chest holds a treasure. And I'm going to talk about that treasure. It's a figure 8. I'm still in quite a bit of shock. And I'm not going to show it here. But I have a antique pendant kind of thing that I found. I found it in 2015. And I just kept it because it was pretty. It was on my floor at Copper Sky in West Kelowna. And there is a story behind it, which I just don't feel like getting into right now. But I know where it came from and who it came from, and I know she crossed over. And I just thought it was pretty costume jewelry, and it could very well be. But I'm starting to think that when I'm in the divine light with Jesus, and I am in the divine light, I haven't been kidding. Absolutely everything has been going right. Like there's suffering, but there There's a reason. And that's why Jesus said, don't judge, because you don't know why you're going through something. It could be that you planned it that way. And I think I did. It gave me the opportunity to isolate and get to know myself a little bit by moving away 3,000 miles from home in a land where I don't know the language. How'd I end up in Quebec? Well, it's written. I'm repeating history. This is where Petula Clark came. That's who Elvis Presley really adored, you know. I don't know if you know that. I also don't know if you know the reincarnation story of Jesus. And that I had found this impossible paper written on some kind of parchment, but it's old time. Like it's obviously done on a typewriter or something, I don't know. This is what it says. She gave her only begotten Son, and whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. When mothers can no longer believe in her own son, life and love are meaningless in the garden of fantasy. May God have mercy on your soul when you see what you have done. Who neglects, abandons, and does not believe in mother and father belong to another God. The serpent in the Garden of Eden led man astray from conscience and forgot where Eden was on the other side. I feel no mercy. Have left man with his new fantasy. So, this is the reincarnation order of Jesus. Jesus, King James, Elvis Presley, and Trevor Forever. And at the bottom it says, whatever you think is. So I don't know where that came from. I just know it was wrapped up behind in my grandmother's, under the cardboard that was there. In the cardboard, My son didn't know my grandmother really. They did, but she lived in Penticton, and we didn't. I don't know. They didn't see each other a lot. And that's Dylan Thomas, my grandson. And he was adopted after Trevor crossed over. And these are two, my dad says, a Bick and a son of a Bick. It woke up my name he made in prison too. And he used to make Trevor toys in prison. We don't know anything, my friends. All we know is what we're told. And it's important to know who we are inside with conscience.